Hello, everyone. This is Jennifer with Canvas Sign Designs, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make a banner. We are going to take this lettering design that I did. If you are in my lettering club, the Happy Lettering Club, this was in your downloads for this month. So we are going to take this and we are going to take this and we are going to make something with it. So if you are jumping on, say hello. Let me know who is watching, where you're watching from. I love to know who I'm talking to and who I'm connecting with. So just jump on and say hello. And I'm just getting my second camera ready so you guys can see what I'm doing. Let's see. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Diane. How are you? Let me just pull this up on my phone because there are some people that I cannot see their names and I want to know who I'm talking to. So I gotta tell you guys, my house is in a complete mess right now. And so I'm just kind of screeching in on two wheels. Hey, Kenneth, how are you? Hey, Susie, good morning. Let's see here. Okay, so if some of you, I am streaming on YouTube and also in my free group for the Love of Letters. So if you aren't seeing some comments, that is why. I don't know why this is not showing me everybody that said hi, but hey, Tammy, how are you? Hey, Susie, good morning. Okay, so let's see here. Are y'all having a good week so far? Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. I think Tammy, maybe that was, I don't know. I can't, it's not letting me pull up all the comments. So sorry about that. Okay, so let's get started. So typically I had projects lined out for the next multiple tutorials. I had some really cute signs cut out and ready to go and paint, but the problem is right now we are getting ready to put our house on the market, and we had sheetrock repair or just like painting, kind of, settling cracks, all that kind of good stuff. So we had all that going on this weekend, and we are still, like doing touch-up paint. My house is a disaster. So my husband's like, I cannot cut anything. So I didn't want to do it like a sign that you guys couldn't order. So I just changed plans, and I have this little banner here. I've done a project similar to this before, and so I want to show you guys how you can use something like this. I got this from Hobby Lobby. I got this last year during Christmas time in the Christmas craft section, whatever, and it was 40% off, so it was basically $1. But I know you can get these on Amazon. Hobby Lobby does still sell these. They're just a tiny bit different. They're just kind of a little bit nicer, a little more substantial. And I think you can get them. I know, again, Amazon has these. You can find them a lot of places. So it's just a canvas, little cute canvas banner, and it's a really good, easy way to do a painting project if you don't have wood or a canvas board or something like that. So hey, Debbie. Hey, Janet. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Maureen. Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad you you all are here. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Did I already say hi to you? I did. Things are crazy here. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Janet. If I didn't catch you, I think I already said hi to you too, but you know. Okay, so my phone is giving me different updates than my computer. Anyhow. Okay, so each month I have a lettering club, the Happy Lettering Club. Several of you guys are in it watching, but each month I give them these downloadable practice worksheets. And so these are basically sheets that they're just lettering designs. And so they'll have like different phrases on them, different phrases. And they can put sheets on top of them and practice, like say this is your paper, and you put this on top, like top, and then you can trace over. So that is what I'm going to show you guys today. I'm going to show you guys how, so this is one of their papers for worksheets downloads. My words aren't right today. For what month are we in? July. The Lettering Club Debbie is $27 a month. $27 a month, you get, we do like maybe, I don't know, anywhere from 12 to 15 lettering downloads you'll get in your inbox each month. You can use these for all your craft projects, and you can also use them to make products to sell. And then I do one class a week in there. So weekly lettering classes, and all of those are done live in a Facebook group. So you can ask questions as I go and get kind of like, you know, help and all that kind of good stuff from me. And then those are recorded. If you can't watch them live, they are recorded and stored in an online membership hub, or club hub, that's what I call it. So you can watch them anytime. And all of the past tutorials or classes, worksheets, everything is stored in that club hub. So once you join, you get access to multiple months worth of information, lots of worksheets. There's workbooks in there. There's all kinds of lettering stuff in there. So it's a lot. It's a lot. I can't say the price is always going to stay that. It's probably going to increase sometime this year a little bit, because there's just a lot of information in there. So whatever price you join at, that's what your price will be forever. Let me just put this up here in case anybody's interested, because I have been getting a lot of questions about that club. I'm so sorry. I'm getting to this. Let's see. I've had a lot of people ask. So I went ahead and opened it up for new people to join, in case anybody wants to join. Let's see. Okay, I just put the URL. Where's my hand? Down here. Right there. Okay, let's get started. All right. So this, you know, I was going to paint this white. So the good thing about this banner is it's got like this, like kind of a plastic sort of, it's kind of like parchment paper a little bit on the end, or on the back side here. So that you don't have to worry about it leaking through, the paint leaking through. Now, last time I made one of these, I painted it, and then I am going to use, I use paint pens to do the lettering. But just a second ago when I showed you guys this, I was like, ooh, that makes it really easy to trace on here. So now I'm rethinking everything. I'm thinking I might just use my paint markers, but I'm worried that they might bleed on the canvas. So we'll just paint it and see what happens. So typically I take these and I transfer the image with graphite paper onto the banner. But We may not have to do that. We may not have to do that. Hey, Pam. Hey, Georgia. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Robbie and Cindy, Nancy, Heather. Welcome, guys. And Wendy. Hello, Wendy. And Tanya and Shelby. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to use some deco art, some warm white. I like this warm white because it's not like super bright white. I got to get something to put my paint on. Okay. Y'all just gonna have to forgive me because things have been crazy around here and my mind is all kinds of scattered around. Hey, Tanya, you are new. Well, welcome. Welcome. We are gonna paint a banner today. I'm gonna try not to get anything on my shirt. Isn't this shirt cute? Y'all can't see it really well, but my friend Miss Tara, she has a boutique. It's called, well, it's Consider the Fields, but she got hacked. She lost her Facebook and had to start over. So devastating. And so she had to rename it New Consider the Fields Boutique. And she is just the most amazing person. She has a nonprofit, and anyway, she has a t-shirt club and earring club, and she also just sells that stuff. So I bought some shirts from her last week, and I am loving them. Okay, so I added a little bit of this matte fluid medium to this just because I want to thin this out just a little bit, honestly, because I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of paint, and I want to make sure there's enough of it to go around for this tutorial. And I'm going to hope that I don't get paint on my shirt. Hey, Polly, how are you? So I'm just coating this with a layer of acrylic paint. This is just so easy to do. Again, if any of you missed it, I got this little banner at Hobby Lobby last year. I got a couple of them during Christmas. And they were $1.99 with 40% off. I really wish I would have this year when these go on sale at Hobby Lobby, or when they put their Christmas stuff out, I'm gonna buy like a ton of them because these make the cutest little banners that you can hang, and they're just fun. They're easy. $1. So if you mess up, you can just toss it and get a new one. It's not the end of the world. And then I'm going to take these little pom-pom balls here and glue them on the bottom, or you can glue them across here. Actually, I'm thinking I'm going to do them here. You can do so many things. So this is a really great, I did one of these at the first of the year, a Happy New Year one. And it turned out so good. You could actually just, just do your lettering on top of here if you wanted to. You can also, if any of you have a vinyl cutter, any of you do vinyl crafts, you could do vinyl on here. You could do heat press vinyl or just regular vinyl. I think regular vinyl would work, but you might maybe the HTV vinyl on here. So there's just lots of ideas. You could get a fabric marker. You could hot glue things to it. In fact, I was just looking over there because I had some really cute little daisy. I love daisies, can't you tell? I got these earrings from my friend Tara too. She has a lady who makes the earrings for her, Christy Whitten, I think. No, that's not it. I don't want to say her name wrong. But if you go Consider the Fields Boutique, she's got some. I feel really terrible that I'm not remembering. Ritter, I think. Anyway, I like to give people credit, you know? How do you get the Beach Vibes bag cut out? I have a laser. I don't know if I have that SVG file for sale. I know I have the template for sale on my website. So if you just go to my online shop, so just go to canvassign-designs.com. I have an just go to shop. It'll take you to my Shopify store. I sell that template, and that template might have the SVG file to it. It might not, but if you have the laser, you could just trace it in Lightburn. It's probably what you use. You can trace it and use it on your laser. Good morning, Miss Dawn. How are you? I'm taking our we have this month in the Happy Lettering Club. Dawn is a member of that, and I'm going to take it and transfer it on here. So I'm just kind of putting a layer of paint on here because I honestly don't know if the paint markers will run, like bleed, if I don't do this first. And I didn't want that to happen because I don't have any more banners. So I'm notorious for testing things out on a live, just, so that y'all can see what really happens. And it's not always polished, but sometimes the lives, these weekly lives, can get a little crazy for me time-wise. So sometimes I'm just winging it, That's just who I am. I'm praying I don't get this on my beautiful shirt. I do the actual hand lettering. I sure do. Yes, Billy. So what I typically do is, here lately anymore, I will do the hand lettering. Either I'll do it on paper and then, kind of just for fun, do a design on paper, and then I will do it digitally on my iPad in Procreate, which is, it's an app on your on the iPad, and it has like a little pencil. I'm just going to dry this. It has a little pencil, so it's your handwriting on your iPad. I create the designs, and then I turn them into like templates, like digital templates like this. So this is my handwriting. And then I will either transfer them onto projects like door hangers or this to create projects. So I hand letter, I letter on signs, I letter on projects like this. I also teach painting. I have a door hanger where we make things like this right here where we paint. Every month, we do a new project every month, and that's the Sign Makers Society. So what I started out as a door hanger maker. I started out painting signs, making signs. I would do an initial on the signs or just something very basic. And as I got more experience, I did paint parties, and so I learned, the hand lettering. And then I started getting a lot of people wanting to learn how to do the hand lettering. So I started teaching hand lettering, and now here I am. I kind of do all of the things. So yeah, I teach freehand lettering. Basically in my lettering club, I provide them with 10 to, 12, maybe 12 to 15 templates, but we also, and that's just for them. Like they don't have to use those. That's just kind of an extra. We'll do projects with them sometimes, some months, but I also teach like fundamentals of lettering. So we will go over like the basics, like how to form the letters and how to do, like this month we're working on flourishes, which are these like little swooshes, that you might see on lettering, like, you know, where it's real fancy. So that's kind of our theme for this month. So I'm showing them, number one, how to do it. I give them worksheets. Let's see if I have some down here. I think I have some down here. I'll show you. Where I will give them worksheets where they can practice and work on that. And then we do a project with it. And then I always do a tutorial once a month in Procreate, which is my iPad, the app on my iPad that I create the digital designs for, because a lot of people want to know how to do that. And so, you know, it kind of just covers everything. Like, you know, how I create my lettering designs from paper to digital to a craft. So you can kind of see the whole big picture of things, and it's not just a very isolated. So we definitely work on freehand lettering in there, but some people, when they're learning, they want to practice on things like this. So you can take like tracing paper and put it on top of that so that your hand kind of gets used to those movements and you can practice. It's kind of like riding a bike with training wheels. This is your training wheels. And then once you kind of get comfortable with that, then people kind of start, you know, doing things on their own. And then I also, am there to answer questions, to help you, to give you advice, all of the kind of things on your particular like lettering. If you need help, like, hey, I'm getting stuck on this, what am I doing wrong? I can take a look at it and tell you. So just all kinds of things like that. Let's see if this will show through. So we don't just trace in there. We just kind of a little something for everyone. You can kind of see it, but not super. I should get my light pad out. Let's see. I'm just trying to determine if I can. I'm going to try to do this because I think it's going to help me out in the long run, because I'm going to be using markers, paint markers. So typically what I would do is get a piece of graphite paper and put my design on my project here. And you could tape it. I just usually flip it just to hold it in place. You can get, this is graphite paper. It's kind of like carbon paper. And we just transfer the image. So this is what I do a lot of times on my door hangers. And it's not because I can't do the lettering on my door hangers. It is because I like to pencil everything on first before I take a paint or marker to it. It's still my freehand. I'm still doing the lettering. I'm just penciling it on first because I like to then be able to just focus on the lettering aspect of it and not have to worry about placement or, you know, do I have everything even? Am I going to run out of room? Sorry, I live in Texas, allergies. So a lot of times, like if you just like, I can take a marker to a sign and just go to town. But there were many times where I would do that and then I would look at it and I would be a little bit unhappy with the placement, or I'd be like, oh, this should have been moved over a little bit here. And I just don't want to deal with all that. So I just create it on paper or on my iPad first and create a template. And then I just transfer the image onto the sign. And then I can just focus on making it pretty with the markers or in the paint and all the kind of good stuff. So it is my freehand lettering. I just use the template to transfer it on my sign just because it's just easier. It's easier and it's faster. So I also do a lot of lettering just on paper, just for fun, and make projects like craft projects, like cards and gift bags and, you know, tags and ornaments and just all kinds of stuff. So I don't just use my lettering for door hangers. I use it for all kinds of stuff. I've made stickers. So I kind of touch on all of that stuff within the group. We have a lot of door hanger makers in the group, but we also just have a lot of crafters who like to do like journaling and stuff like that. So my thing was lettering is lettering, and you have to know how to shape and form the letters and the fundamentals before you can freehand on whatever it is that you want to freehand on, you know, before you can use it on cards or on paper or on crafts. Like, you need to know how to set up your phrase, or how, you know, to form and shape the letters and how to connect the letters to make the word. So whether you're doing that on an iPad, or whether you're doing that here, or whether you're doing it, no matter what you're doing it for, those fundamentals are the same. So that's really what the group is sort of about. It's just about learning the actual fundamentals, gaining the confidence to feel good about doing it on your own. And then here's what you can make with it. Here's some inspiration, some fun ideas of different ways that you can use your lettering, so that you know, can use it on a wide variety of things. So just go right here. Where is this? This URL. See, it says happyletteringclub.com, and you can join there. I opened it up because I've had a lot of people asking me lately. So that is that. So, hey, Faith, how are you? Hey, Deb, how are you? Thank you, Deb. So, yeah. So this is my writing that I created on the iPad. I just created it on the iPad. I printed it out. We just transferred it onto here. And now we are going to make it pretty with markers. Another thing I like to, another reason, I'm going to use these fun colors too. I like colors. Another reason why I like to, and these are just Posca acrylic paint pens. Another reason why I like to either pencil it on or use the template is because I always have a tendency to misspell things. And I don't want to misspell something, because sometimes you get so focused on what you're doing and so like, you know, okay, I need to think about this. Like that I'll misspell something because I'm just so like focused on, you know, going over the letters and all that kind of good stuff. And so when you're learning, there's a lot of moving parts. Like, you're worried about your spacing and creating and shaping the letters and holding your marker steady. And there's a lot going on. So I have just found on a project like this, if you just pencil it on first, then you can get that part out of the way. You can move that out of your head, and now you can just focus on keeping your marker steady and making it look pretty. So it's kind of like a two-part, and that's why I like to pencil it on first. Okay, so I am just trying to think about how I want to do this lettering. Like, how I want to do the letters. So this has orange, pink, blue, and green. So maybe let's just use those colors, because this is the little frillies that I'm gonna hang on glue on the top here. So we'll use those. And since there's 4 letters here, I'm just going to do this. We'll just see what happens. So I'm just tracing now my pencil or my graphite lines. One of my current favorite thing to do with lettering right now is nesting my letters, kind of fitting everything together like a puzzle piece. I have so much fun doing that. And that is just really my favorite thing to do right now. So you can kind of see how I just kind of squeeze them together and kind of wrap the letters around other letters. And I have fun doing that. So you'll see a lot of my designs lately will have that kind of a look. It's like a challenge, you know, like trying to fit a bunch of boxes in a car or something, you know. Like, will all of these fit together? So a lot of times I actually, like, my mind is more creative if I can just freehand on paper. So a lot of times I will just sit in bed and create designs on paper, and then I take a picture of it, and then I move it into Procreate, and then I just trace it in Procreate just to make the digital design. So a lot of times that's what I do, because I really like to, honestly, I love Procreate, the Procreate app, but I love lettering on actual paper. So, but Procreate affords me the ability to turn it into a digital design to either sell for SVG files or make worksheets, things like that with. So, you know, I am a big fan of Procreate. And it also allows you to kind of move and shift and rearrange things without having to like erase or rewrite. So it's really cool, and it's a very, very useful tool. And it actually really helped me improve my hand lettering when I first got it back in 2017. That's 2018 is when I started teaching lettering classes in person. Then COVID happened and I couldn't do that anymore. So I moved online. So that's why, you know, a lot of my lettering stuff is online. And also, you know, I have customers all over the place. So it allows me to be able to show and reach people that, you know, that are outside my local area, which is awesome. Because I love teaching people what I know how to do. There were so many years, and I spent so much money on things trying to figure out ways to get my lettering to look good and to look good on the signs. And so at that time, there wasn't really any like online classes or groups or anything. If there were, it was not super popular. So I wonder, should I go with a brighter pink? Y'all tell me, bright pink or light pink? Y'all let me know what you think. There really wasn't a lot of places like that you could go to learn. So I just had to kind of teach myself. Okay, bright pink we go. I had to just kind of teach myself and buy products and, you know, try them out, see if they work. And so I I don't want to say I wasted a lot of money, because obviously it wasn't a waste, because I learned from it. But my hope is to tell people, give you the cliff notes so that you don't have to do all that stuff, and just kind of show you behind the scenes. I think, a big part of my teaching with lettering is mindset, because I think a lot of times with lettering, there's a lot of mindset blocks that people have with lettering, and kind of breaking through and getting through those mindset, like, I'm just not good at lettering, whatever. A lot of times that's more of the problem than the actual physically, I'm not good at lettering. So I try to work on a lot of that. That's a lot. You incorporate a lot of mindset stuff. I was trying to see if I had a gray, because I was thinking gray here. But I might do black, just to kind of separate these out. Or I could do navy. Black, navy. I like my thought process. I usually like to take you guys on a trip with me. Yes, that is much better, isn't it? A lot better. Now y'all tell me, should I do your in black or navy? I like to make you guys decide. Ooh, I could do red. Red, black, navy. Y'all tell me. The red I like, because this Posca red is a little like kind of an orangey kind of red. Now we got one black, one navy, so we need a tiebreaker. I need a tiebreaker, y'all. Black or navy? Black or navy? I'm having to drink this because I'm really tired. I usually don't drink those, but my 17-year-old got me stuck on, okay, navy it is. That was my first. I was going to go with navy in the very, very beginning. My 17-year-old got me stuck on this little summer edition Red Bull flavor, so I'll get those occasionally. I don't drink them every day. Maybe once a week, maybe. Anyway, they're so good. I know they're terrible for you, but okay. This is just kind of having some splashes, so I don't want it to already kind of splash that a little bit. Okay, so I'm just doing this word in a solid color, just so it kind of breaks up the colorfulness. It's a little barrier. And I always, turn my projects all different kinds of directions to get really good angles. Now this canvas is it's going to be a little bit more difficult than doing this on a sign, because it's got this texture. So your letters may not be as perfect and smooth as they would be on a flat surface, but you're not really going to be able to tell from far away. And I just say that if you guys try this, don't let it drive you nuts. Because it might be driving me nuts just a little bit watching this, looking at this. So y'all tell me, what do you like to do with hand lettering? If you already do hand lettering, what do you use it on mainly? If you want to learn hand lettering, what is one thing that you would like to learn, learn it for? Like, what would you use it for? I just like to know what people enjoy, what kind of crafts they like to do, because then I can kind of, incorporate it into my teachings, do projects with it. This probably looks black to y'all on the screen. It's a really dark blue. I like to get everybody's opinions. I use it for everything. Like there's so many cool things that you can use hand lettering for. If you know how to do it, it gives you the freedom to just really be able to do so much that you couldn't do otherwise. Because here's a problem I always ran into. And you'll tell me if this ever happens to you. Like you're trying to do lettering for something. You're trying to, do somebody's name on something. And you find a font that you love. There's always just like this one letter that is just not good. You don't like, it doesn't fit well, it doesn't look right. And then, but you love everything else about the font. And you wish you could just change that one letter. Well, when you know how to do your own lettering, you have the freedom to do things like, you're not going to find a font. You might find a font like this, but you also, if you're trying to fit it into a particular shape, like you're not going to be able to really distort it or make one, just kind of way out of range. Like I love to mix these like print and cursive together and just have fun with it. And it's kind of hard to find a font that you can do that with. So that's why I like it. Let's see. Hey, Anne. Hey, Sue. Sue says wood signs are her favorite. You're a girl after my own heart. Wood signs. And then everything. I use it on signs, cards, ornaments, stockings, anywhere I can write something, I use it on. I love that. Same here, too. Deb likes it for art projects, cards, signs. Good. So yeah, you guys seem like you just use it for the same sort of things that I use it for. Welcome, Lacey. Welcome, Laura. Hey, Ashley and Connie. Okay, so yeah, it just gives you the freedom, like to be able to. I like to fit things into a shape. So like, say a round sign. Well, we created. I'll have to show y'all later in a minute. We created a door hanger in my lettering club this week. That was like our little project because we're working on flourishes, which are this swoopy kind of lettering, or the swashes that you put on your letters. And so that was kind of like, I try to do like a theme for the month so that we, can have several different lessons on it because 1 week goes by really fast. And anyway, we did a door hanger with like some flourishes, some swooshes. And I was just kind of showing them how, like, if you have a lot of like dead space on your project, like say you're doing a card or a door hanger and there's just like some gaps where there's just nothing and it looks kind of off balance, like you can just add those swooshes to fill in those gaps. And so when you can do your own lettering, you can fill in those gaps and fill in that dead space wherever you want. And you don't have to rely on what is provided for you. So it's really nice, especially if you're a sign maker and you do like craft shows and people want you to customize things there, or maybe you do paint parties. And so that's what I did. And people would always want me to do like their last name or, write some kind of a custom saying on their sign. And I didn't know that ahead of time, so I couldn't prepare. So I just had to do it. And so it's really how I learned to hand letter, is just by kind of getting thrown into it. Like, okay, here you go, sink or swim. You better make it look good. And so when you're kind of on the spot trying to like learn like that, you figure it out. And it's a good way to learn. It forces you to just do it. So, but if you know how to hand letter, you know, you just have the freedom to be able to do things like that. And there's so many people that are crafting. I'm going to dry this just a bit so that it doesn't bleed into the next letter. But when, you know, there's so many more people out there that are crafting and selling their crafts. So if you make a living off of this, or you do it as a side job, and you're, you know, trying to gain footing into the market, being able to do your own lettering in your own handwriting, it kind of sets you apart from a lot of other people. So, and it's a really good feeling to go, I did letter that. That is my own lettering. Like, it's a really good feeling. Hey, Miss Juanita, thank you. How often do you change out your paint pens? You're not going to believe this, Sue. But I have probably had these paint pens. I don't use paint pens every single day. I've probably had these paint pens since 2020. So there's that. Now, if I used them a ton, then they, you know, I would have to replace them more often. But I use them monthly, but I don't use them weekly or daily, if that makes sense. So they last a long time. I got all of these, I think, right before or right after COVID. So that's a long time. So I guess it just is it's gonna depend on how often you use them as to how often you need to buy them. Now, quick tip, because I did this and I shouldn't have. A lot of times if you feel like your ink is not flowing well on your paint markers, just shake it up, but don't pump it. Because when you pump it, this happens. A lot will come spilling out. A lot of times it just needs to be shaken up and just kind of thinned out and mixed up. And that's all you need. So try to refrain from pumping it. I don't know why I did that. I think I was just talking, and now I have these big blobs, and then you might get, you know, a whole bunch of ink or acrylic, whatever, coming out, and you don't want a big blob on your sign, because, you know, that's the most devastating thing ever. It's no fun. Hey, Miss Nyla, good morning to you. Good, Deb. I am glad you like this. I love colors. I love doing colorful, fun things. And so I thought, you know, I had these little pom-poms, and I thought those would be really cute to hang across the top. So it worked out. I literally thought about this craft 30 minutes before we hit live. So it was really on the fly. I had something else prepared or planned, but I wanted to hold off on it because I didn't want anybody to not be able to order the woodcuts to do it. And we just didn't have the time to cut them this week. So to be continued on the other projects. They're really cute, but we will do those later. And this is just a good time to do a fun hand lettering project. I've had so many people, like on Reels and TikToks lately, want to know like my process and want to know, they see me lettering on the sign, but then they're like, they see the pencil lines, and so they think that I'm like you know, going over like engraved lines or something like that. And so I kind of wanted to take this opportunity to show people like what I am doing, and that I am creating the template with my freehand and just using it to as a guideline, I guess. So, because a lot of people don't know you can do that. And in fact, I didn't know you could do that until 2020. I think right about the time COVID hit is right when I learned that people even made templates and sold templates and used templates. I was like, wow, that would have made my life a lot easier the first, 6 years of my business, when I was just out there with a pencil and erasing and rewriting and, you know, let's see. We can all use blue. So anyway, so I didn't even know that that existed. So I'm like, okay, I bet a lot of other people don't know that you can do that. It helps when you're learning and you don't quite feel confident with your own lettering, because, it just takes a lot of practice. And so when you're tracing over somebody else's lettering, you're getting that practice in. And it's, tracing over lettering on a project is not real easy either. Like it's harder than people who aren't crafters. It's harder than people think, right? Like, do y'all agree? Like, there's just a whole other element to that. Trying to keep everything steady, your hands steady, all that kind of good stuff. I'm just going over this a little bit because where this canvas was kind of bumpy, just trying to see if I can smooth it out just a little bit. So I feel like there's really kind of a multiple phases in hand lettering, right? Like when you're coming in as a beginner, you are just learning how to create the letters, like, how to create the letters, how to hold your pen, how to, connect the letters to make a word, all that kind of good stuff. And once you kind of get that down, then you move into the next phase, and that next phase is kind of like trying to get this angle without getting ink everywhere. Then you're kind of going into this, okay, like you're branching out and you're kind of learning things like how to add like flourishes and shadows, and kind of you're gaining that confidence and kind of branching out and kind of trying to do some things on your own, kind of create maybe your own style. You kind of get comfortable with that, and then again, you kind of start creating your own style. Then you get really good at that. Then you're like, I want to create my own designs so that I can use on my signs. Then you start creating your own designs. Then you're like, I want to start selling my designs. So then you learn how to do that. So it's like this kind of multi-level thing. And so I just like to teach people how to do all of it. So we kind of just do all of that in the group. So no matter what phase you are in, there's something for everyone. And everything is recorded. Like I said, all the classes are recorded. So, you don't have to watch all of them. There's way more in there than probably most people need, but because a lot of people are on different levels of experience, I do different classes. So, maybe learning how to letter and procreate is not interesting to you right now, but maybe it will be in 6 months. And when you get to that point, or you're ready to maybe make that next step, you have this whole library of information that you can, and tutorials that you can watch. So, and it's just kind of fun. Like I still, even when I do the digital, the Procreate, the iPad lettering, like even if somebody doesn't have an iPad, the fundamentals, the shaping of the letters is still there. So you're still getting that lettering lesson in. It's just with an Apple Pencil instead of an actual pencil. Okay, I'm just going over these just a little bit just to kind of give them one extra coat. Don't have to do that, but I'm a little picky. I'm a picky crafter. Is anybody else a picky crafter in here? Like I'm like finicky about my work. I love Procreate too, Juanita. Deb says, I have a tablet, not an iPad, so I can't do Procreate until my journal dies off. That's okay. But you know what? When that time comes, we're here for you. We're here for you, Deb. Okay, so I think that I'll do my swooshes in navy. So it's hard to tell because it looks like that's black, but it really is navy. And see how it's kind of fuzzy around the edges? It's just because it's a canvas and it's got texture to it. I can go over the navy letters one more time. And that will help. So the important thing to remember, like I had somebody, and I get asked this a lot, but I had somebody ask on TikTok, I think it was yesterday, on one of my videos, she asked, how do I separate my hand lettering from my handwriting? Like I think she, like, what she meant was like, how do I know, like, when to make it more hand lettering versus handwriting, or how do I kind of, separate the two? No, not separate the two, but how do I know which is which, I guess. And so I guess she was saying that she struggled with, making things more like hand lettering style versus her handwriting. And so, that's where a lot of people get mixed up, because they think that mixed up meaning like what prevents us from being successful at hand lettering is because our minds want to tell us that it's handwriting. And so we want to form and shape the letters like we learned how to write in cursive. And hand lettering is different in a lot of ways. And so I try to kind of teach people, it's really, if you can look at your letters as more of shapes and not letters, and try to see them as that, once you can kind of separate that in your mind, a lot of things are going to shift for you. You will get a lot better, because it really messes us up. Sorry, concentrating. It really messes us up because when we learned how to do our handwriting, the letters didn't look like this. So your mind just wants to go on autopilot and do things like we've been doing for the last 30 years, right? 35, 40 years. Not 30 for me. 45 years. You want to do things that way, and that kind of messes you up because it's different. So kind of getting yourself out of the habit of thinking that it's just, your handwriting is kind of the biggest, I think, roadblock. Because my handwriting is not really that good. Like, it's not bad, but it's not all beautiful and pretty. I'm just trying to see if I had something sitting around here. It's just messy, and it's not that pretty handwriting that somebody had in school, you know, where everything was just perfectly straight and clean and beautiful, and you used to look over at them, but just like, why can't my handwriting look that pretty? And they just did it naturally. It's not that. So if I can achieve this, so can you. I always tell myself on the lives, like, don't go over it 50 times because it makes the live longer for you guys, but I just can't. Sometimes I just can't stop myself. Can't help it. I wish this blue didn't look so black in the video. I want to add some like little gray shadows onto the letters. So I might do that at the end. Maybe if I can think of what I can use, maybe I'll just use paint. Shadowing can be tricky on signs. Not tricky, but time consuming. So next month in Happy Lettering Club, if for those that are like sign makers, I'll be doing a lot of like phrases that you can use on your own door hangers. And again, you can use them on signs or products that you sell. You can use these designs for that. So if you are a sign maker, it's just the group is a good value just to get all the lettering templates and traceables. Like that alone, if you had to buy all of those, it would be way more than $27. So when I started thinking about the club and kind of creating it, I was just going to do just lettering, like traceable templates. That was kind of my first, because I have a sign lettering course and like an online course where you can take it and I break everything down, like what I use, when I use it, how I use it, all kinds of stuff like that. And so I was just gonna do the lettering group just with traceable templates. And then a lot of people were like, do teaching, teach, because lettering is kind of one of those things that you have to have ongoing practice. Like you have to practice it. You're not just gonna, I can't just give you the information and you're immediately gonna be good at it. Like that is an unrealistic expectation. I mean, there are some people that are just really good, but like you have to practice. So, and you know, you run into questions and situations that, you know, come up that you need help with. And so, yeah, I had a lot of people saying, no, do lessons and whatever. And so then it kind of turned into the lettering club. what it is right now, whereas we just kind of do lessons and I'm available to help, and kind of I allow people to like turn in their, they can send me a picture of their design and say, what would you change? What would you do different? And I like can turn that into a lesson, not give your name or anything like that. And I don't call you out, but just, you know, so other people can see real life situations and like, okay, so I would bring this R down a little lower, or, you know, whatever it may be. But to me, like that's what I would have wanted. And so I just try to kind of create something that would have been something I would have needed when I started out. And I'm always tweaking and changing and improving things based on what the ladies in the group have to say. So if they're like, no, we didn't like that, we don't want to do that, we didn't find that helpful, or if they say, hey, could you do more lessons like this? I'm like, sure. So it's, you know, it's constantly, I won't say it's constantly changing, but like I'm constantly improving things based upon what people find helpful. Okay. So now I'm going to do these little drops in different colors. So let's see, pink. Let's do green. This is cute. I'm going to put this in my daughter's room. Blue. Let's do an orange over here. I wish this blue would show up a little bit better. And probably if you put more layers of paint on your sign, it's going to smooth out that surface a little bit better so that it's not as rough. I need some green. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so you see how I have all these like little extra lines and polka dots? I'm just gonna look at this and do it on here. I didn't trace it because it's not necessary for me. So I'm just gonna, I just kind of add some fun little whatevers. Just kind of fill some space up. Let's see, let's do pink here. You could just kind of do polka dots all over it. I think that would look really, really cute. Let's see. Blue. That one only gets two. Thank you, Amy. How are you? So, Juanita, I don't know. There are probably like a couple of different sets of Poscas. So I have like a pastel set that were like kind of like a lot of the muted colors. And then I have a brighter set. There are definitely two sets mixed up, but I just have them all in my marker thing and I don't remember what they are. They're probably on that my Amazon list, because usually when I buy like a set like that, I'll add it to my Amazon list. So they're probably on there. Let's see. Let's do, need some green there. I think here we'll do orange, even though orange is right here. Try to keep them away from each other, you know. Spread the colors out. There. And let's go here. And what else do we have? I did pink. I did blue. I need a color here. So I guess we could do orange here. And then we could just do some fun. There. Let's do the blue. This is kind of, need to get this flat. Blue there. And let's do some blue. Is there a line? Okay, good. And let's do pink there. And there's no line in the example like that, but I'm going to add it there. And let's do a green there. Huh. Now, isn't that cute? Okay, so now I'm going to, I think I might do this. This is the navy. Add random polka dots just to kind of fill that empty space. Yeah. So here's another thing. If you had Procreate, you could do is when you created a project like this that you really liked, you could pull it into Procreate and make a digital design of it and get printables done with it, make stickers, make garden flags, or, you know, like, because then you would have it digitized. And then once you have it digitized, then you can make products with it. Y'all know I'm going to have to put some glitter on here. You're just going to have to. But first, what I want to do is take a little white. My projects usually start one way and they just kind of evolve into a lot of, I just keep adding to them. Deb says, I think my tablet may slip off the table soon. Oh. Let's see, when I first got my iPad, I just got it through AT&T, so I just did monthly payments on it. I'm not saying that's the smartest thing to do, just saying that's what I did because it was expensive and I didn't have $1,200. They're not all that much, but back then you had to get an iPad Pro. You could not get just a regular, like an Air or, you know, something like that. So you had to get the Pro, and so those were a little bit more. I'm just adding a little bit of white accents through this blue so that it's not, so it is a little bit more bold than the other colors. So adding a little bit of white to it just kind of softens it up a little bit. We also did, in the lettering group, I did a whole lesson on adding these little, I call them accents, but highlights, whatever. Because we did a door hanger project last month, or last week, I went over all of this. Very detailed to show them how I get it. My accents to look like this. So, really, if you're a door hanger maker and you want to get better at hand lettering, that group is good. Now, I'm also going to do this. See how much that white just like softens the whole thing up and adds like some like dimension and texture to it. So a lot of times when I'm doing a project, like I don't necessarily have the whole entire project like envisioned in my head, exactly what it's going to look like. I just kind of start, and then I just kind of go and do like what I think that I need to do. Like, oh, I think I should do this here, or it still needs something. What can I do? You know, and so I add as I go. Like I wasn't planning on doing these, but they look so good on the blue that I think that I'm going to do it. I'm going to add them. This is really, really cute. In fact, I want to make a little. Juanita said stickers would be good. Yes, stickers would be good. Great. Hey, Michelle, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. The door, the door hanger project turned out really good. It's good. It is a good project. So watch that when you can. Michelle's in my lettering club. She's in the UK, so she doesn't get to watch us live a lot, which is a bummer, but I'm glad you caught us here today, Michelle. Let's see here. Let me get my hand in this down here. So yeah, this is so stinking cute. This would be really cute, like on a journal cover, or what else, guys? What else would this look cute? A shirt. I'm thinking a poster, a flag. Not really a garden flag, but you know, like a little pennant that, you know, well, this. This would be cute. Hobby Lobby, you can just, you know, somebody want to pick me up, pick my designs up and sell them. Okay. This turned out way cuter than I had envisioned it would. Love it. Okay. How cute is that? See how it just softened that blue up so that that blue wasn't like, and when you add little accents too, like sometimes if you're, when you just have your, like, so when you're lettering in black or a dark color, it's very, like there's a lot of contrast there, right? Like it's just black, white, you know? And when you have that, you can see every flaw and every tiny, you know, like shaky line or whatever, it's going to stand out because it's that's a heavy contrast there. So if you just go and add some of these like soft accents through it, it distracts the eye And so you're not just looking at, you know, I'm not just looking at navy and then off-white or navy and white, right? Like that line right there kind of doesn't deceive your eye, but it adds an element of distraction so that you don't just see it and it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. So that's one really good way. Like if you're not comfortable with your lettering or you feel like it's a little too shaky, just add in some like light highlights or accents and it will mask that. We'll camouflage it. We'll camouflage it. Okay. Love, love, love this. I almost think, I don't want to add too much, but I kind of feel like a little bit of a few pink polka dots might look really cute. So I'm just going to go on and do this. Yes, funny dot. So I bought this at Christmas time in the Christmas section, and it was $1.99, but it was 40% off. They sell these all year round, but they may be just a couple of dollars more, but they're also a little bit more substantial. But I know they do have them. I don't want to do too many, so just a few. Let's see. This needs something somewhere. Next year when they have these at Christmas time, like I got like 2 of them, I think. Next year I'm gonna buy like 20 because these are so good to paint on and you can make so many cute things, right? Like if you had like a cute little fall saying, I just got these out to show you how cute it would be if you had like a string of beads. You could like drape your beads over it like this. And so you're, hang it up on your wall, maybe for like give things or, whatever. You could put like cute beads on it, You can tie ribbon right here, make it ribbony. This is a really good too, like for birthdays. Like if your kid has a birthday, like this banner, I know you work hard on it, but there's not a lot of cost involved in it. So say you got the banner for $2. You could write, so my middle daughter's turning 18 Thursday. So I could write, happy 18th birthday, Jackie. And you wouldn't have to feel like, you might not want to do that on a wooden sign because that's more substantial and you don't want to just throw the wooden sign away, right? But this is just like a little fun banner and it doesn't go through on the backside. So you can kind of feel like you can do like kind of more fun things that you might not normally do just because the cost is not as high. So I think I've got these. I got these on Amazon. These are in my Amazon shop too. If anybody, I think they're under ribbon just because it's too cute. I love it. We use this in my painting group for Easter on our little bow. So like hot glue it here. How cute is that? Or you could even do it here. Or you could do both. Y'all think top only, bottom only, or both? Both might be too much. I don't know. I kind of like it on the bottom. Debbie says top. I guess I could cut it and just get a visual. Juanita likes bottom. Nyla likes top. Let's do it. Let's get a little visual here. Let's see what we might look like. Here and here. Patty says bottom. Amy says bottom. I know. The one at the top kind of hangs over some of the lettering. That's why I'm thinking. That is why I'm thinking not on the top. So cute. So, so cute. Okay, I'm gonna go bottom and we'll see. Let's see. We'll see where we go from there. Because here I can hang some like ribbon. Oh, I actually have something. I have something to show y'all that I can do up there. That. Oh my gosh, this is so stinking cute. How about if you go to a baby shower, baby name? That's a great shower gift. It's inexpensive. It's another thing when you can hand letter, you can make gifts pretty inexpensively, and they're customized, and people love it. Just affords you the ability to. She's like, did I turn that on? Did I plug it on? It wasn't coming out very, very quickly. Okay. I got too much hot glue on there. I'm going to tuck this under. I love these colorful, like you can get these little pom-poms and, you know, just plain colors. I like the colorful ones because to me, like they go Easter, summer, fun, birthday, whatever. I think that even they could do fall. Like think about a pumpkin with this. Like I think that looks really cute. Really, really cute. Okay, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna move my camera just a little bit back because I want you guys to see the big picture. See the big picture. Okay. Baby name. Yes, exactly, Debbie. Wouldn't that be so cute? And so if you could even just pencil the information right on here if you wanted to in your own handwriting to practice. You could also just even go like in Canva or whatever and just get a font and print that out and trace it on here. Or do, if you weren't comfortable with your handwriting, you could do HTV, like heat press vinyl. You could do that. Lots and lots of options. So you could go, I'm not going to do it across the top because I have something different to show you, but you could do that. And that's just so sweet. And it's something that you could keep and hang on the door. Oh, I love that. Think about Christmas, all the cute fall and Christmas sayings that you could do on here. Okay, so I got these last year, lots of these at the Dollar Tree because I love these little, I got like 5 bags of these and I didn't get a chance to use them on a live. Well, I used them I did use them in one project, but I thought these would be really cute hanging from here, like those little keychains, you know, the little pom-pom balls. I get varying lengths with string. So I just need a string. So I've never done this before. Amy, you said you wish you could letter like that. You would make baby signs for each of the grandchildren. Oh, I know, but you could do, you know, you could copy. Practice their names and then, you know, I'm looking for some string. Where, oh, where is my white string? Don't want that. Don't want that. Okay. Oh, I know. Please excuse me, I'm so sorry. I forgot. I brought the container over here for my yarn. My office is all half packed up and it's just a mess. Okay. I have some yarn. So I thought maybe I could, again, I've never tried this. You could probably put a needle in this and like thread it through, but we don't have all that time to do. So I'm gonna go with a good old fashioned. I'm gonna try this anyway, y'all. And it should work just fine. So ideally it would be nice to have pink, but I don't have this dark pink color, so I want to make sure that I don't get this too long. So we're going to go here, and maybe here. This is going to be so cute. I'm so excited. Sounds like Hobby Lobby has them for less. Oh, Amazon. I know. So they do sell these on Amazon, but it's in a package of like 6. And they're a good price. I do. I have thought about purchasing them on Amazon. The price is not bad on Amazon. Hobby Lobby is less, but I got these at Christmas time, and it's obviously not Christmas time. Hobby Lobby does still sell banners like this, but they're just a couple of dollars more. So I don't know. What the price difference is, but I know on Amazon they had like a pack of 6, which is good because if you're gonna, you don't want just one of these. I'm in love with this. This just makes my day. So you could just drape it over like that, and you'd want them to kind of hang. If you get it too long, you could wrap it around, second time. Oops. Where did that hot glue go? It's too soon. Again, you could probably be good to like thread a needle through here and just sew it on, but I don't have all that equipment out right now. So we're going with a good old hot glue. Oh yeah, don't get the one for $10.99. Patty, I got these on Amazon. These I bought at Dollar Tree. I bought a whole bag of them. They had them like the Easter, like these kits, and I was like, those pom-poms are amazing. I'm gonna buy like 7 bags. I bought a lot, a whole lot, because they're cute. But I bet they have these at on Amazon too, somewhere. Everything's on Amazon, right? So you could tie it in a little knot too to just kind of stabilize it and keep it in place. But you also could just drape it here. Could add a third color. If I had a third color, I might, or you could make it a little shorter where it's kind of hanging like that. Where are we? Like that. And then you could replace this with a cute ribbon. Sorry, I have to move the opposite direction. I cannot ever get that straight. I feel like I need something over here. Don't y'all think? That side needs a little something. Maybe this should be brought up just a little bit. Might be this. I have that the other way. I think the pink was longer. There. Now I need like a bow or something right there, don't y'all think? I could just put a bunch of, let's see. Let me get my other bin out here. Let's see. I have ribbon in my big closet, but I just don't have it here. It's obviously in my big closet. But like just a little bow here. And I even think like navy would be cute. Like a navy and pink bow. What y'all think? What y'all think? Okay, bye, Miss Juanita. Thank you for hanging out with us. I'm about to go to. I gotta find a cute little colorful ribbon to put here. I think it needs something with color, like blue, navy. Yeah, pom-poms were dollar store, Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree. But it was Easter time, so you were not gonna find them. I got these little yarn craft kits. I'm sure they sell them on Amazon. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that's it. I need to add something here, or maybe like a navy hanger here, but so stinking cute. You could put like a sealer over it. I will probably spray seal it. I spray seal everything just because I don't want anything to smear. This was Amazon. Yes, Amazon. And this, I believe, is in my Amazon store under ribbon. I'm almost positive it's not. Let me know if it's not, and I'll send you the link. Yeah, it turned out so stinking cute. I'm very, very, very excited about it. So thank you guys for hanging out with me and helping me pick out my colors and my designs. I will go get a navy something or other and put it there and take a picture and put it on my page. So you guys have a good rest of your Tuesday. I'm going to get back to work, and I got to paint some stuff, some walls in my house. Not fun. Okay. Can you pin the link to your Amazon store? So Debbie, if you go to my Facebook page under the About section, there is going to be a URL. It's my Linktree URL. It'll say like Linktree. It'll say website. Click on that, and then there is going to be an option for my Amazon store. Or you can just do amazon.com/shop/my canvas sign. Hopefully you caught that. I would post here, but it won't let me. So actually, I'm going to do it right here. Amazon.com/shop/my canvas sign. There. Hopefully that link is right. But you can find all of my preferred products on there, things that I order. I don't put anything on there that I don't order myself or that is too high of a price. Amazon sometimes changes the prices on things, so just make sure. Don't be buying don't be buying a Deco Art bottle of paint like this for $8. So, okay, I will see you guys later. Have a good day.